Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to see how to create a faceted search on cards. In the previous video, we have seen how to create a facet search on report region. In this video, we are going to see how to create a card on the cards region. So for that, we are going to create a page. So there are two ways of creating the facet region, either by manual way or you can use this create page template. So in this video, we are going to create a facet search on cards using the page template. So for that, you just click on this create page. Here you will see different types of templates. Here I'm going to select this facet search. So once you click on this facet search, you will get this video. Here I'm going to make the name of the page. This is facet search cards. This is a cards. So here I'm going to mention the data source. So data source, you need to select your data source SQL, that is table. You need to select a table. I'm going to select my table as employees. This is my table. In the below, you just scroll here it will ask for a user navigation. If you want, you can just enable that. So once it is done, this is the columns I'm having in my source table, and here you can see display as report, display as cards. There are two types, and this facet search will work on the report, that is classic report or cards. In the previous video, we have just made a video on this facet search on report. If you have not watched that, please just watch those videos also. Now in this video, we are going to make it as card. So and click on this next. So once it is done, it will ask for the cards layout. Since if you have not worked on the cards, we have made a dedicated video on the cards region also. You can see our playlist, and you can just check out that cards, how to create a cards region. So for the cards, these are the properties like layout, that is grid, float, horizontal. These three types of properties available. So it is asking for that. We are just going with the default grid, and this is the properties we need to map. So for the cards title, it is mapping to the name. You can select from the list of columns. You can map the body column, the initials. I'm going to select name. So the initial is nothing but the icon. It will come the name of the first two letters or the first letter of two words. It will be mapped. So I'm going to click on the create page. Once it is created, I will show a demo. So if you have not watched a video on the cards, or you are not aware of how to create a cards, you just check out my video in the previous video in the playlist. Now I'm going to run this. Now this is the facet region created on the cards. So here you can see this is the cards. So this is the initial, that is em. The first two letter of the name will be taken. If it is like two words, then the first letter of first word and the second letter of first word will be considered as a initials. So this is the basic template we have received. Now if you want this order by, if you keep, otherwise you can remove. This order by is used to order the columns, order the cards. So as of now, I no need, so I'm going to remove this. So I removed that. Now I will show the demo. So now it is like okay, somehow here you will get a total row count, and this is cards. So this is the place where we are going to create our facets, that is filters. So how this page is created is like this. Page is created using left side column. This is the page template is created. So left side we will get all our facet filter, and the right side we will get a cards. So this is the facet region. So on the left side, left column, we are on the slot. We have just created one region. This is search, and this is the type is of faceted search. And the filtered region, this is a source on which this filter should be applied. This is a source we need to give. So here the search result is the card region, so it is selected. So this facet search will work only for classic report and the cards. So for in the previous video, we have just made us facet search on report. In this video, we are seeing a facet research on cards. So by default, it will create one search facet. So by default it is created, and the button it is reset to clear this filters, and this is a cards region. So now we will create one by one facets. So first, by default it is created on the search. Now we will create one more facet, and there are different types of facets like checkbox, input field, radio group, range, and search. So by default search is created. Now we will create this checkbox group. So in the checkbox group, I'm going to create a check filter for designation. So I'm mentioning it as desig. So this is the label, it will be displayed there. So you first you just expand this cards here. Under this you just convert to SQL query. So and expand this. So these are the columns available. For desig we are having desig, this is the column name. You just copy that column name, go to this facet, and you just scroll below. Here you will see list of values. Here there are different types of options, like you can select from shared component, SQL query. This is the source, it will be pre-filled there. I'm going to select distinct value. So distinct values is it will take the distinct values from the cards region. So you can sort either in ascending or descending, and you can, if you want to include null values, then you can select this include null option. So you just scroll below. Under this source you can see database source column. So here you need to copy your source column and the data type. So here designation is our source column. Now I'm going to run this. So once it is rendered, you can see the designation column. I'm getting the distinct values of designation, like that is junior manager, software engineer. So if I click on this, then this will be filtered. You can see the software engineer, only the software engineer is filtered. And here you can see the filters applied. So designation software engineer. If I want to fetch the junior manager as well, then I can click on this. Since it is a checkbox, we can select multiple values. So I'm getting software engineer, junior manager. So these four records I'm getting, and it is applied on the top, the filters. If you want to clear these filters, you can click on this clear all. Then these filters will be cleared. Otherwise you can click on this clear, it will be cleared. Or you can click on this reset button to clear. So there are so many ways to remove these filters. Either if you want only one filters to be applied, you can directly click on this X button. So now I'm going to click on this clear all. This will clear all the filtering options. So this is one type of facet, that is checkbox we have created. Now we will create one more facet. So I'm going to create, right click on this facet, click on this create facet. Under the type I'm going to select radio group. So radio group is nothing but you can select only one value from the list of values. Here I'm going to create a name as employee, and this is employee. Now I'm going to create this facet for the employee name. Since I'm going to select only one employee at a time, I'm going to select the same thing. Under the list of values, select the distinct values, and the ascending or descending sort order. By default ascending. You just scroll below. Under the source you need to give the database column. Our database column is name, so name is the column name of the name value. So once it is selected, you will get the list of employees. Here you can see David, Emily, these are the employees list I'm getting with the radio button. So if you click on the David, then I will get only the David card. So if I click on the Emily, I will get only the Emily card. So this is a single radio button will work only for the single record. And the same thing you can see here, designation also I'm getting only one. If I clear this, I will get all the designation. If I select on the John Fernandez, then this is this employee belongs to software engineer. Only the software engineer category will be visible here. So this filters will be synced between or among the multiple filters. So it will be like consistent syncing. So it is once you select the junior manager, then I can able to select only the employees under the junior manager. Other type of employees will be disabled. So these are the syncs will be applicable automatically between these facets. So now we will see other type. Here you can see under a junior manager I'm getting two. That is under junior manager, two employees were falls under the junior manager category. So likewise under the employees I'm getting the count as well. So but the employee we no need to calculate the count, since the employee is a individual record, we no need to calculate the count. For the departments or designations, it is good to calculate the count, since it is useful for us to calculate how many employees falls under that particular filters. So to avoid this, you can uncheck the property to hide this counts. How to do this? For that you just go to this page, select this facet employee. Under the property, you just scroll. Here you can see list entries. Go to the list entries. Here you can see compute counts. So compute count is used to compute the number of values, that is number of records under that particular filter. So here a compute count. Here you will see show counts. So if you want to show that computed count, you can see. And here zero count entry, if it is like if the employees or the values will not present in the current selection, then it will be disabled, since we have seen the employees are disabled. So if you want to hide that, you can select here hide, then the employees will be hidden or the employees will be disabled. Likewise, you can sort the facet using the top counts. For example, if a department has 10 count, then that will be in the top list. So if the department has least count, that will be in the descending. So it will be sorted based on the count, sorted based on the count, computed counts. If you want, you can just mention, otherwise you can just enable. Now we need to hide that. Either you can just click on the show counts to uncheck, then it will be hidden. Otherwise, I no need to compute the counts, then I can uncheck this property and click on this. Now the employees will not be counted. Here you can see I'm getting David, I'm not getting any counts, but for junior manager I'm getting the count. So like this you can just compute the values. So now we have seen the two values, two facets. Now I'm going to create one more facet on the input field. So input field, for input field I'm going to mention as salary. So salary, for salary we will get, create a facet. Here you can see for input field, you will be, it will work on the comparison operator. So it will compare the value, entered value, this is the operator applied, and it will fetch the results. So now currently it's equal to operator is applied. This is a database column you need to mention on which the it should be what. So database column is salary, on salary column this would be applied, and the salary is of number. You need to select the correct data type, then only you will get a desired output, otherwise you will get an error. So now you can see I'm just scrolling below, I'm getting some input box. Here I need to mention, for example, now you will not see any salary column. First of all, to display the salary column, you just go to this cards, go here under the properties, attributes. You will have many attributes. If you want to learn how to use these attributes, you just check out my cards playlist video. I just made a dedicated video on the cards, how to modify these properties. You can check that. Now I'm going to create a subtitle. Under the subtitle I'm going to show the salary. Now you can see under the subtitle I'm getting the salary, this is 90,000. This will be useful for our filtering now. So once the input is applied on the equals to operator, for if I enter exact equal like 60,000, this John Fernandez 60,000. So if I enter 60,000 and if I clicked on the go, then only the 60 exact fetch will be given as a output. So 60,000 is a exact fetch. So if I change to any other value, then exact fetch value will be applied. So this will be applied on the equals. In case suppose the user want different type of comparison operator, like not equals, greater than, lesser than these salaries, then each and every time we can't fixed by ourselves, since their request or their desired searching will be different. To allow them to customize this filter, we have of the option, go to the salary. Under the salary, you will see the comparison operator is equal. Suppose if you want to change this, you can change it like not equals, less than, greater than. Otherwise the user needs to select the list of desired operator. Then here you can see user can choose operator. You just check this property. Once it is checked, then all this will be selected by the user at the runtime. So we no need to fix that any filter comparisons. Here you will get an option like not equals, less than, greater than. Then they can select this operator and whatever the values they can give, based on that it will be filtered like for greater than 40,000, so 60, 90, 48. So if you they want, they can choose like less than or something, and they can apply on that. So likewise it is useful at the runtime the user can get enough flexibility on filtering those values. So these are the values. So we will see one more last facet. I will create a facet, and this facet is of range. So range is nothing but like from and to values. I'm going to give as age. For age column we are going to create this. So range is nothing but from range and to range. So I'm going to give two values. Between that it will fetch the result. So that is the use of this. Here you can just create nothing. Here you need to give the source column, database column as age, and I'm going to type as number. So once it is done, I'm going to run this. So you just scroll below. Here you can see I'm getting on two box like from and to. From this you can enter the values, then it will be out. For that I need to show the age column also in the cart. For that I'm going to go into the carts, select the carts to display the age. Go to the properties. Under the properties you just scroll below. Here you have a different things like designation, all the thing. Here secondary body I'm going to display the card. So here you can see this is the age 30, 30, 45, 29. These ages will be displayed. Now I will able to filter. Here I'm going to enter the ages should be like between 30 to 40. Once I click on this I'm getting 30 to 35. So this is a between, you can see age 30 to 40. Between these ranges my data will be sorted or filtered. So likewise you can use multiple create a multiple facets on different columns, then you can make effective filtering options. So this will be useful in many aspects. While filtering from a large data sets of values, you can just use this, and you can just enable the end user to get a complete flexibility on filtering the records and get things. So you no need to code anything to filter or nothing. You just use the default or a page template component, that is a faceted search component. You can use that and you can enable this advanced searching capabilities to your applications. So if you like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel Tanige Solution, and put a like to this video, and please share this to the Apex community. So if you want any other topics to be covered, please drop it in a comment, so that we will just make a dedicated video on the particular topic. So keep supporting us. Thank you.